there you have it. We're back on track and we can see the finishing line, and we are very, very, very close to making something very, very special come true come May. After many, many, many years of trying, we are so close to making the Sky Bet Championship playoffs for the first time in a very, 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 very fucking long time. But we got to keep our feet on the ground and we got to keep pushing forward. Next up, a trip to Deepdale to take on Preston North End. Hello, welcome back to our channel. Please like, comment, subscribe and share as always. If you're all online and have yet to have done that, I do not know what you are doing. Bosh, we're back tomorrow as we make the long trip to Preston North End after getting back on track in the 3-0 smashing of Birmingham City in the week. Like I said, we go again as we take on Paul Heckingbottom's Preston North End. Preston North End started well. They have dipped recently. They did draw in the week. They have dipped recently. They do find themselves, I do believe, in 9th position. They did start well. They come out the trap well, Preston. They were in and around the top 6 really, really early on, and then they just kind of fell away. Preston and Millwall normally around the same area at the table, where Millwall are completely different this year. We are a completely different kettle of fish under former Preston boss Alex Neil, who goes back to say hello to his former club in Preston tomorrow. So he should be looking to do one over them, and I'm pretty confident we will, because we are good away from home this year. We're good at home, of course, like we see in the week. But Preston have got some good players. They've got Majic, if he can fucking stay on the pitch and stop biting and headbutting people. But I would get in his head if I can. If we can, to see if we can really, really, really make him press some buttons that could see him potentially get another suspension. They've got some good players. A geezer on the loan from Aston Villa on the wing. So look, I don't know whether they're good at home, because I don't really know about other teams, really. I do to a certain extent, but I don't really know about teams like Preston, because Preston are... Look, no disrespect, but Preston are... They just exist, didn't they? They just exist. They stayed up on the final day last year, and they're having a good campaign to this point this year. But this is another game where if we want to continue the momentum, and if we do continue the momentum and play the way we've been playing, minus the Portsmouth game, and bring it all together, then I don't see why we wouldn't go to Alex's former club and do a job on them. I'm sure he knows some stuff still about them. Just to shout out, the pitch is going to be absolutely horrific tomorrow. So it's going to be a different type of game. We can't really, I don't really think we can afford to play a normal game. So we're going to need to see if we can win in a different type of way tomorrow. We got 2 very, 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 very tough games coming up. They're all tough games in this division, but we got to go to Preston, and then we got to go to Hull, and then I'm pretty sure we got Derby visiting the Den just before the next international break. So listen, look, crunch time of the season, we're in a good position. I'm confident we're going to win the game. I'm confident we're going to win the game. I'm out tonight, sinking a couple of beers, doing some stuff that needs to be attended to. I've got some things that need to be attended to today. So, it's gonna be buzzing. We should be going to Preston filled with beans. I would stick with the same team if we could. and that's what I'm potentially going to show you in this video. But I think we're going to win the game. I think we're going to win the game in a different type of way. I think it's important not to see if we can play too much football, if that makes sense, because the pitch, like I said, the surface up at Deepdale is horrific, absolutely horrific for whatever reason this year. Alex said that after the game against Birmingham, he's heard of some issues up with the pitch at Preston. So I think we're going to need to win in a different type of game, in a different type of way. I think it's going to be a scrap of a game. But Preston Millwall's always a good occasion, isn't it? We've normally got a good record at Deepdale, and I think it's going to continue. So I'm going to stop rabbiting because my voice is going. I'm going to give you a prediction now, and here we go. I am going to go with Preston North End 0, Millwall 2, with Josh Coburn to get a brace. How about that, Bosch? I thought he was so good in the week in the 3-0 reaction against Birmingham City, and I think he's just going to continue and score 2 goals. And it's going to be another wonderful win if we can get it. So look, if you think what the score's going to be, please don't be shy to drop it in the comments below. And all that's left for me to say is if you're going tomorrow, I was going to go, but it's a long way. If you're going tomorrow, be loud, be proud, beat Millwall, and bring them massive 3 points home as we can see the playoffs on the horizon. Come on, you Lions.